you happy? Yes. During Friday Dharma talk, my wish for you all was simply enjoy this retreat. Just to be happy to be here. So I am so happy hearing that you are happy. Actually it is not serious like I am happy. just you can show the smile like this. If you have attachments, then you cannot be truly happy. Absolute happiness can be realized only without conditions. We can simply allow happiness in our life. At this very moment, we can be happy. Please place your hands on your heart and enjoy the beating of your heart. You can close your eyes and feel. You can be happy that you are simply alive with that heartbeat. We are grateful. You are grateful. We are happy that we are in this beautiful environment. We are happy that we can carry out mind practice together in this scenic space. We are happy that we can practice with these practitioners. Without any requirements, we can be happy. Happiness is always with us if we recognize it. Open your eyes. With that happy mind, let us come back to the Diamond Sutra. As I mentioned at the beginning of the retreat, did you too practice mindful action moment to moment like the Buddha? Did you? When you did that action, did you do that with no mind? Can you hear me, Nancy? Okay, good. You look all Buddha. I think you're doing well. When we read the Diamond Sutra, the Buddha say that if you say it is Dharma, then it is not Dharma. If people say it is Buddha, then it is not Buddha truly. If people say it is charity, then it is not charity. Sotaesan, our founding master of One Buddhism, said nothing, but no nothing either. Not, but not either. Are you really confused now? If you confuse, that is very good sign. This is a type of puzzle. I can say the contents of the Diamond Sutra in one word. It is emptiness, as you know. Buddha didn't use the word emptiness, but he kept emphasizing this idea in the Diamond Sutra. If everything is empty and nothing, what is it truly? Are all things just fake and nothing? Or everything is not real, so we can ignore it? Or nothing matters? What do you think? What is the reality or the Buddha's real mind? The Dharma Sutra shows us the Buddha's mind in the first chapter. Can we read the chapter? Okay, today we don't need to read that, you know already. Today, I would like to tell another story. There was one man who wanted to realize the truth of the universe. So he went to a master who was very famous, but master didn't teach anything. The man had to work always, all day long. One day the man asked the master, "Why don't you teach the way?" The master said, "Is there even one moment that I did not teach you the way?" When you brought the meal, I ate. When you greeted me, I smiled. At that moment, the man was enlightened. The man realized that everything, every action is the way, and the way should not be separate from our daily life, from our ordinary mind. The first chapter of the Dharma Sutra tells this. This chapter looks very ordinary, not special, but the Buddha shows us exactly what emptiness is. The Buddha's life, his practice is not something special. Saravasti, the place where Buddha stayed, was a busy town. Buddha did not stay in the deep mountain, nor practiced by the sea. Buddha practiced in his daily life. The Buddha, along with his disciples, put on his robe and with the begging bowl, went to the nearby town Saravasti. He did the same with the disciples, and he begged from door to door according to the rule. He visited 7 houses in order to create karmic tie with them. After he came back, he washed his feet since they walked barefoot at that time, and he sat upright. The Buddha's life is exactly just like his disciples and our lives. But all 1,250 disciples paid the utmost respect to him, and Venerable Subhuti, with his best veneration and respect, asks a question. He said to the Buddha, "World honored one, why do you think the Buddha was respected in this way, even though he lived just like us?" In the Buddha's case, he lived his life, did his daily activities with a completely awakened mind. He carried out all his action with an empty mind. Nothing dwelled in the Buddha's mind. Buddha lived his life completely and fully each and every moment. When he received alms of food, he just accepted it without thinking that this food is good or not. When he ate what he received. He just ate without any thought. The Buddha or the Buddha's mind did not dwell in the past nor in the future. He always focused on the present moment fully. The untrained person would like to leave home when they are home. Or when they are travel somewhere, they miss their home. They are either in the past or the future, not rooted in the present. It is just like when we meditate, we come to think about many things. When will this session end? I have to do this or that at home, or I should have done this or that, etc. Are you here in this moment? Are you really here in this moment, really? Okay, good. That's all. In the first chapter, the Buddha did not say anything, but by his action, he truly showed emptiness or mindfulness in silence. This is the best Dharma talk. That was best Dharma talk. I would like to stop talking now. The essence of the Dharma Sutra is all in this chapter. This is the whole sutra. It's over. This is very ordinary, nothing special. Be awake at each and every moment. Moment-to-moment mind. The world is simple, but one makes it complicated. One makes. Our mind, your mind. The world is not complicated. Our mind, your mind can create everything. That's why you are all Buddha. When we do something, just do that thing. Act with no mind. I just talking now. You just listen now. This is how the Buddha teaches about emptiness. This is both true emptiness and marvelous existence. The way of truth is nothing special. The way of truth is in our normal life. Vietnamese Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh used the expression full-time mindful. What an interesting phrase. What the Buddha showed is full-time mindfulness. How can we maintain this kind of no mind or mindfulness? You have to believe that you are already Buddha. Whenever your mind is disturbed, you need to become mindful in order to restore your true nature. Whenever your mind becomes deluded, you need to become mindful. Whenever your mind tends to commit wrongdoings, you need to be mindful. When you visit our garden, the vegetables grow very well these days. Douglas made a beautiful garden. You are lucky you can eat very fresh organic vegetables nowadays. Last year, the spinach grows so well, and it lasted through the winter. When it snowed, Douglas covered the spinach, and we sincerely hoped that it would survive the winter and stay alive. It was so delicious early springtime, and we enjoyed them so. Whenever I passed them, I said to them, "Hello, how are you, spinach?" I really wanted the spinach to last a long time so that I could savor it. One day I discovered there are no spinach left. That area of the garden was empty. I thought Douglas harvested them all. Do you know who harvested them? It was deer who came and they ate them all. Not one spinach leaf remained. Okay, the deer are not my friends anymore. Did they not know how much I cared about this spinach? Hatred toward them arose in my mind. At that moment, I realized that my mind dwelled on the spinach. I was struck by this spinach. When we look around and observe our mind, many situations like this arise. These are often very small things, but these disturbing thoughts also provide us with an opportunity to practice. Practitioners should use these chances well. The Diamond Sutra also says, this is very important, give rise to a mind that does not dwell anywhere. Give rise to a mind that does not dwell anywhere, even spinach. This is also the essence of the teaching of the Diamond Sutra. Whenever our mind becomes disturbed, deluded, or commit wrongdoing, we need to restore our true nature. This is the true practice. The Buddha and Sotaesan, the founding master of Won Buddhism, asked us to practice in this way in our daily life. Does your mind have disturbances? Yes? No?
Times.
Yeah. If you say, my mind never had disturbances, is there anyone like that? It is a dead man. Having the disturbances of the mind is normal or not? What about delusions or wrongdoings? Disturbances, delusions, or wrongdoings are like the clouds which arise and disappear in the sky. Disturbances that arise from time to time in our life are very normal. They are a part of the natural process because we are alive. But we can learn to practice deep meditation at the moment when we have disturbances in our mind. Whenever you are faced with these disturbances, you should realize it's time to carry out mind practice. You need to learn to welcome those disturbances. In each and every situation, challenging situation arise, we can perform mind practice. Because of that challenging situation, we train ourselves to do mind practice. Because of our mind practice, we can attain awakening. For mind practice, you need to bring your mind to a pause for a moment and breathe deeply from time to time. When you get angry, stop for a moment and take a deep breath. When you feel uneasy, stop for a moment and look into your mind. Don't fight with your ego. If you fight with your ego, that ego will grow bigger. When South and North Korea fought each other, the peace disappeared far away. But peace came when we reconcile each other without judging. The world peace will come when North Korea and America reconcile each other without fighting. When you are reconciled with your ego, you go beyond your ego. Then you can find your true nature and dwell in your original nature. When you become desperate, upset, or sad, or when you are lonely, stop for a moment. Take a deep breath and observe your mind. And you can give them a hug with a big smile. You can have a conversation with them. Then those disturbances will gradually disappear. Think about the most hated person in your life. Think about the hardest thing in your life. Imagine this and try to hug those things and smile. You don't have the hardest thing and hatred people. Even little bit. Just hug with them and smile. If you continue your practice in this way, your mind will be empowered and strengthened gradually. Let me remind you once more, we are all Buddha. The only difference is that the Buddha practiced for many lifetimes. We need to practice a little more continuously. Just a little more. Don't worry about wandering thoughts that arise. Only worry about your lack of awareness. Why don't you continue to practice happily in your life, in your daily life? And we will meet at the next retreat.